22, and that's the number of manifestation.
Mm-hmm.
That's the number of bringing it into physical reality. So it doesn't matter how idealistic people may tell you your dreams are. Under the 22, you will manifest them. In fact, you have to be careful what you think under the 22, because it'll start to manifest almost immediately as you think it.
That's right.
Hey, we heard y'all missed us, and guess what? We missed y'all too.
Hey, what's up? This is Cool Joe.
And it's your girl Love.
And this is the Black and Spiritual AF podcast, back in action.
Yo, well, Spotify told us in order for us to get paid, we needed to make sure we made some new episodes. So,
how long we get paid off of this? Let's go.
So that's what we're doing. We're making new content, and also we missed y'all. We have been meaning to record again, but
it's been a long time, man. Glorilla done started a whole career since we been last recorded an episode. What else done happened since we last recorded an episode, man?
Whew, life is busy. Life has been busy. When did Glorilla come out? Because we did the Demons episode. That was like in August?
Oh yeah, the Demons episode. You mean Daisy's?
With the Demons.
You mean Daisy's episode?
Yeah, she was talking about the demons.
Right, but is it the Demon episode though?
Yeah, it's like called the Demons in the episode with Daisy.
I got a lot of views. That was a video episode.
Yeah, it was.
We're gonna do more video episodes real soon. We're working on getting a podcast station set up in the Safe House. The Safe House? What's the Safe House?
You remember the name of the podcast, Black and Spiritual AF? Well, Spiritual AF, our baby, has a home, and it's called the Safe House. The SAF house.
SAF. So SAF? I'm so tired of people saying it.
Right.
It's the SAF house.
We put the little line over it to make the A turn into an A.
Right.
And then bow. Safe.
It's got a line over it. That's a long A. For those who do not understand phonetics, it's a long A. So it's the Safe House.
Yes.
SAF, Spiritual AF.
And this has literally been a long time coming. It's been a part of the dream since before we started the podcast, and it happened fast. This past year that happened. We went from in the mall to in our own location, and it's been glorious. Like, we've been so busy, but we wouldn't be here without you guys. So we figured we absolutely did need to just keep this going, keep the momentum going, keep you guys updated, and kind of in the loop.
Yeah, it's been a lot going on. I mean, we launched a whole event series that we got going on, and that led to us being here. We're at the Safe House right now.
We are.
It's an amazing place.
I'm showing the camera.
Yeah, we've been blessed to be located on one of the busiest intersections in the county, in a nice log cabin sitting on a quiet creek, which is dope. It's very, very unique, and the personality of this space suits what we do.
Absolutely.
Let's not talk about the portal though.
We gotta save the portal for a whole nother episode, or you can check us out on TikTok where we discuss it. We've even we talk about it on TikTok. So yeah, possibly even YouTube, on the YouTube channel we might discuss it. Sometimes I do some of the videos in both places, but yeah.
True.
Yes.
But we're here for a reason. We need to finish what we started.
Y'all remember those many years ago when we started our Chakra series?
Chakra Rockas.
The Chakra Rockas.
it's crazy because since then it seems like everybody talk about chakras.
Yeah.
Like everybody know what their chakras are, and we're in a awakening, as you guys know, because you're listening. So people that traditionally may not have been keen to chakras and spirituality and energy healing, all that good stuff, very interested in those things. So we have to finish this.
I heard the world was stuck though at solar plexus because that was the last episode we did a series on.
Right.
So we figured we would help the world to progress and go further, because everybody is now very well versed on the beginning ones, the root, the sacral, and the solar plexus. So we got to go ahead and get into that next one.
Right, to let people know it's okay to balance the next one, which is
Anahata, which is the heart chakra. And so the heart chakra is where it's located, where our heart is located. We know that, right? If we didn't, now we do.
And your heart is located within your chest cavity, for those who think it might be otherwhere. That's your sacral chakra. Anyway.
Oh Lord. So the heart chakra is
give him my heart.
Green.
That ain't your heart, girl.
So when you're working on your heart chakra, you want to make sure that you are keeping in mind the color green.
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 I feel like green's a very peaceful color. It makes me feel peace, at ease. Grass is green. I like grass sometimes.
So with the Anahata, which is a Sanskrit word for it, if I'm remembering properly, we did go over the Sanskrit terms and all that good stuff. So you just scared the shit out of me. With that Anahata means unhurt, unstuck, unstruck, and unbeaten. It's the fourth primary chakra. It's our center. It is literally that chakra that connects the lowers, which is our survival, to the uppers, which is how we relate to the outside world. So, our lower chakras are the reason we eat, because we're hungry. We have sex. All the primal energy, primal instincts. The heart is the one that's like, okay, guys, let's love. Me. We have to love other people. We have to care about other people. It literally is what keeps humanity going, that heart chakra.
The balance.
Yep. So, we went over the color of it. The element for it is air. The location in your body is your heart, your chest, your upper back, and your shoulders. The endocrine gland is the thymus. What it controls is your right to love and be loved. What it affects in your life is the way you love and accept love, your relationships, your purpose, and your feeling of belonging to humanity. It helps with balance, which he said earlier. It helps you with being compassionate, self-acceptance. It helps with good relationships. If you have off heart chakra, you might be codependent on other people. You might not be able to set proper boundaries. You might be super possessive, super jealous or narcissistic.
Clingy.
Yeah, all of that. You might feel shy, lonely, isolated. You might have a lack of empathy. You might be bitter or critical of other people. Things that can help. Things that help with those negative energies would be like grief, like losing somebody or losing something, and just overall resentment. Things that help is just being compassionate about yourself and other, allowing forgiveness to happen when you have been hurt, being empathetic towards others, and yourself as well.
It's a lot, but it's a lot that goes on with the heart, right? We know physically we have a heart, but when people reference their heart, my heart's broken, or I'm putting all my heart into it, we're talking not about the muscle in your chest that pumps blood, but we're talking in reference to the heart chakra, the energy center that you have. When you give someone your heart, you're allowing yourself to be vulnerable to them, and then it affects a lot of the things that you just kind of went over, which is really interesting if you really kind of think about it. That Valentine's Day, image of the hearts, it really does play a key role in the balance of oneself, and the balance of the things that you do. So that's why it is always important to love yourself first.
Absolutely.
And get to know how you give and receive love. Because the heart chakra is the key to a lot of things. So what could happen if it's not balanced?
You can have poor circulation with your blood flow. You can have heart palpitations. You can have low or high blood pressure. Those are physical symptoms, saying that you might need some heart chakra work. So those who are in contact with their doctor and they're telling them that they have poor circulation or heart palpitations or low or high blood pressure, you probably 100% need to work on your heart chakra.
In addition to fixing your diet.
Absolutely.
As well.
But once you start working on your heart chakra, like those things come.
Right. The eating out of a need of trying to fulfill something. So some mental symptoms would be that codependency we talked about, feeling isolated, just fear, being afraid of every fucking thing. A blocked heart chakra makes it difficult for people to connect and be aware of their emotions, making it difficult to feel self-compassion, empathy, or forgiveness for yourself. This makes it challenging for people to have unconditional love for those in their lives, making it hard to have a loving relationship with others. And remember, we talked about before, if one of your chakras is off, the one over it and under it is essentially off too. Right.
So with your heart chakra, the ones that are directly connected is going to be your solar plexus and your throat chakra. When it's in balance, you feel more caring, empathetic, compassionate. You make wise choices. You're open-hearted, that kind of thing. Some crystals that you can work with to help you with that chakra. The ones you want to wear is rings or earrings or necklaces, or in your bra, in your pocket, or sleeping with them would be jade, which helps with balance. Rose quartz with self-love and peace.
Say rose quartz.
Yep. Malachite and amazonite. Also green crystals in general. So if you see a crystal, the green version of it helps.
Emerald?
Yep, a green emerald crystal. So some affirmations, like what you want to do is repeat affirmations like during meditation or before you go to bed or while you're looking in the mirror to help balance with this chakra. It's safe for me to be here. I am here in my body and all is well. The earth supports me and meets my needs. My body is a precious resource and valuable intelligence. I love my body and I trust its wisdom. I am immersed in a field of abundance. I am here, I am matter, and I am real.
I am here, I matter, and I am real.
Ashe. Ashe, ashe.
Come alive. You can see it in my eyes.
Some yoga poses that'll help you. When I say yoga, I immediately thought about our Soul Care Sunday. Our Soul Care Sunday. We have our yoga instructor who comes in and he
Fourth
teaches.
and second Sundays every month.
Yep, second and fourth Sundays. He teaches comedic yoga and it's so dope. Like, it's like nothing I've ever seen before, like in my life. And I think it's amazing. And yeah, like it's one of those things that you just have to kind of experience while doing them.
Yeah,
But
cause like doing it, you really kind of can go into a meditative state, and then your body can go into positions that you ain't never been in before, because who the hell do that? Yogis, that's a but yeah,
he had y'all reversing blood flow and everything.
Right.
Like, it was lit.
He was getting it, love. He
Yeah.
was getting it.
It was amazing. It was a dope experience. I think that everybody should experience it at minimum once and unlimited amount of times. But the camel pose is a good one. The Sphinx pose is another good one to help.
Sphinx.
The bridge pose.
We did the Sphinx.
And then essential oils that help would be rose oil for love, compassion, and enlightenment. Pine oil for healing trauma and softening the heart.
It's good for cleaning wood floors too, but that ain't what we're talking about.
I mean, you can freaking mop with them. Like, mop with it, that'll help because you're essentially smelling it all over the place. Like, put some of that in your mop water.
Go get you some pine salt and balance your heart chakra.
I love you. It's one of my cheat codes to, like, when I don't feel like gathering up certain stuff to put it together, use some pine salt. Trust me. Yeah, so the heart chakra is actually it's the gatekeeper for your emotions. So when you open it, you release your past grievances. Your soul opens to kindness, compassion, and forgiveness. Those emotions you've been blocking or hiding from, you kind of feel them on a deep level. It'll allow you to connect with your higher self. It'll help you to get relaxation, inner peace. It just allows for so much amazing, wonderful things to come into your life.
And I feel like this is one of the things a lot of people find themselves struggling with, because they want to open it and they open it so freely, and sometimes the wrong characters come in and take advantage of that, and then they close it off and don't know how to open it up again. And that's why, we always say it's important to love yourself first, because then you can have that balanced open heart chakra, and at the same time still know how to protect it, still know how to care for yourself when others may let you down. They may not necessarily be there for you the way you want them to be or expect them to be, or sometimes feel like you need them to be, but then you realize you don't need them to do that because you can do it. And that comes with growth, understanding, and just taking time to getting to know yourself.
Yep. I know, I feel like the overall message of last year was heart chakra work. A lot of people, if I had to just put it all, if I had to put it all together, heart chakra work was the biggest thing for most people. It's like we were all fresh out of quarantine, not fresh out, but partially fresh out. Like, life seemed to be somewhat normal. So people were able to go out and feel things they haven't felt in a while, hang with people they haven't seen in a while, and kind of realize that like maybe the people who they were cooped up with weren't the people for them. So there was a lot of healing work and learning that everybody cannot go with you to the next level, essentially. Everybody cannot go with you to the next level. That's a big one. I feel like that was one of the biggest lessons we learned, and I feel like that's a heart chakra lesson because it's like you want to take people with you that you genuinely love and care about, but they're not meant to go. And sometimes just not going with the flow of that it could be painful.
And if you when you don't realize that, when you don't come to terms with that and you fight it, a lot of times that's just making your situation worse and worse, and then you wondering what's going on, why is this happening,
why is it so toxic,
why is this so toxic, but I just have to be here. A lot of times that's when your body starts to break down, your mental starts to break down, and you're trying to figure out, why am I having these issues, these ailments. And sometimes it's just a thing or the person that you are holding on to that you just need to let go.
Yeah. Absolutely. And that's when so the things that he described is literally what we were just talking about with your other chakras being affected, by your heart chakra being blocked up and all of that. Another one of the big things that I feel like in 90% of my readings last year, they were about love. Not me, but relationships. Relationships that other people were having. And I feel like the overall message to the majority of those were love yourself. Like, love you first. You have to love you first. The things that you are doing for other people, or you want other people to do for you, you have to do it for you. So, Miley ass came out with a song. I don't know when she came out with it specifically, but that song, literally, before I heard it, I literally was telling everybody those words, like, in a different kind of way. Of course, I wasn't singing it and shit, but if you want somebody to buy you flowers, do it for yourself. You have to love you way better, way harder than you want anybody else to love you. Once people see that you love yourself that hard, it actually becomes a challenge to them. Like, oh, I could love you harder. And then it's a big competition on who can love you better. And it's amazing. It's fun because you're being matched with the energy you sending out there. And everything that they give you or don't give you is extra or not. And it's not like you're dependent on it. You're not thirsty for it. It's like, I got my own cup of water, but yeah, I'll take a sip of yours too, kind of thing. Just see how it tastes.
What? So what song you talking about? What's it called?
Oh, Flowers, I think. So Miley came out with a rebuttal song because Bruno Mars got that song. I wish I would have bought you flowers. I wish I would have held your hand, talked to you on the phone for hours when I was your man, or something like that. And apparently she got married to that song, and her husband ended up cheating on her in her house with all these different people and like talking crazy about her. Happened? Yeah. Jeez. Talking crazy about her and all the tea. All sorts of stuff.
Her strong ass voice.
Oh my God. That's
somebody because of her voice.
So she came out with a song called Flowers, and just talking about the relationship, and she says she can buy herself flowers, she can hold her own hand, talk to herself for hours. She would understand. She would only understand, like, she don't have to repeat herself. Like, you know how sometimes you be trying to say a joke or something to the person that you care about and they don't get that shit, so you gotta break it down. Then it's like, shit, if I would have just said that shit to myself, I would have understood it fine.
Now everybody get my jokes not funny.
Y'all
No,
got that joke.
that makes, but no, that makes a lot of sense because, yeah, I believe when you can hold your own hand, it allows you to truly understand.
It's like that yoga pose. Didn't King, the yoga instructor, he says sometimes we need a hug. I know I was on that app, the tickety app, and I came across a video, and it was of a man saying that a lot of times women are angry or they don't like to be touched. They have all these hang-ups and stuff because they don't get hugged. And like the lack of that touch, it kind of makes you feel a certain kind of way. So with that, he was saying like people should get like 5 hugs a day, and anything more is good, but anything less than that, it literally affects you. So it makes you flinchy or jumpy or, ooh, why are you touching me? Or, after, especially in like the Black community, because like,
especially if you go like a long time without having that type of hug.
Absolutely.
It's like, why you touching me?
Right.
Ugh.
Right. And it's like something else. I was scrolling, came across this other thing.
You be scrolling.
I be scrolling. I came across this other thing, and it was like how Black women raise their children differently than white women per se. So white women, they hear a compliment about their child and they're like, oh yeah, blah blah blah, and they like really are proud of them and all of that. And in the past, Black women would be like, oh, whatever, and then they'll list the negative things.
So like if I say, oh, your children are so well behaved,
and then in the past, people would be like, well, Black women would say something similar to, oh no, he's not. He's actually bad. He's always making a mess, or he doesn't listen, or they'll list off like negative things about their children. And that has to do with just racism and slavery and all of that being embedded in us. Because if our children were amazing, if they did these amazing, great things, 9 times out of 10, if we noticing it, Massa gonna notice it, and they gonna snatch our little babies up out our hands and put them to work and make them do all these things, and then they'll be away from us. So
it's like a defense mechanism.
It is. It's one of those traumas that's like genetically inherited, and then passed down through the bloodline. So even that's a part of this past year, I've noticed a lot of Black women killing this generational curse. So hats off to all of you. I know all the Black women that I know that are raising kids. Y'all doing an amazing job. Like just seeing how hard y'all are loving on y'all babies and y'all doing the damn thing, breaking them generational traumas left and right. But that goes back to what I was saying about the hug thing. So even hugging your children or giving them affection or showing them that you care about them, it goes back to that. So many Black people are starved for that touch, and they're not used to being hugged and all of that. So yeah, King, going back to what I was saying about him, he was teaching us to hug ourselves, and then it's a part of one of his yoga moves, and like literally just embrace yourself and just a deep love and hug, which is amazing because hugs are great, especially hugs from yourself. Nobody can do that better than you. Arms be feeling all pulled and shit. It'd be great.
Yeah, I hurt my wrist hugging myself.
What? Edit that out. On some freaky ass shit. How you hurt your...
I hurt my wrist hugging myself.
Oh my God.
Because I was hugging myself so strongly.
Oh my God. Was it your right wrist?
Yes.
Oh Lord. So yes, back to it.
So the heart chakra, obviously, is a very important chakra, as they all are. But with it being the gateway, with it being the connector, with it being the center of the chakras and the balance, it's very important to be careful with your heart.
Oh, sure. And we said that we would be doing shorter episodes, so this is one of those. And we are so glad that you guys came back. Thanks for listening. Thanks for tuning in. We missed y'all so much. We see that everybody's still listening. We still are getting the views and all that good stuff. We hope you guys stay around for more. Sign y'all biggest fans because we love y'all. Mwah.
Y'all.
Y'all. Y-A-W. Y'all.
Y'all. Y'all. Yeah.
Have a good night.
All right. Have a good day, good evening, grand rising. Whenever you're listening to this, just thank you for taking a moment out of your day to listen.
Ashe.
SpiritualAFmetaphysical.com.
Sending love and positive healing energy your way.
Meow.